Hello friends, and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Kathy. Thank you for joining me today. We are working clue number 7 for our Aria and Ava Merry Christmas pattern. That was in the Bella Rose 12 Days of Christmas Advent box for 2024. This is the pattern. I will have the link down in the description for Bella Rose quilts, so if you're interested in looking at anything they have going on, you can check them out there. Here are the pieces that I have. We have background fabric, letter fabric, and then we have a background and our half square triangles that we did for clue 6. And today should be a quick short video. We're hoping I don't have to pull out seam rippers and all those things, but I've been having to. Guys, I'm going to tell you, thank goodness for pre-recorded videos, or y'all would have had nothing Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. Because Sunday, when I got up Sunday morning, I stayed in bed all day Sunday. Because I have vertigo. I have it periodically. Have bad ears, fluid on the ears, so we had to I had to stay in bed. Guys, what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and just start sewing on the letter I, but I'll keep talking to you. So I stayed in bed all day Sunday with this, hoping that by Monday it would be better. And Monday morning when I woke up, I was still swimming. And I knew it was not going to be good, so, you know, I called in to work, let them know, hey, this is what's going on. Well, I didn't call. I messaged my boss because it was still quite early, but I let him know I wasn't going to be in, and, you know, just told him I was having vertigo issues again, and I was hoping I would be back to work today, which is Tuesday. And I got up and it was worse today. I went to the doctor Monday, and they gave me shots and some medicines, and I had started taking my meclizine, and we were hoping the shots would dry it up, but I got up this morning and it was worse. But I've gotten more of my medicines in, so hopefully everything will start coming together. I am feeling a little of the dizziness right now. It seems to get better after lunch, and then once I start doing things, like it's about 6:30 now, I'm starting to feel it again. But I have found if I kind of limit my head motions and I'm not looking down, which sewing, you know, sometimes it's difficult because you do have to look down. Sometimes it's a little difficult. But right now I'm trying to, you know, keep my head kind of straight up a little bit. And y'all will see me in the same shirts 3 videos. Tuesday with the unboxing of the Sew Sampler box. Guys, I really like that box. I'm not a table runner person, but I really like that pattern, and I'm wondering if I can stretch that pattern, you know, make it a little bit bigger, because I'm really excited about the fabrics that's in there, so maybe I can make that bigger. And you'll see it on a shopping haul video that you see Thursday, because I did a little shopping haul and I needed some of the stuff that I purchased. I was going to make dinner tonight, and I don't know, I just haven't been able to, because every time I just can't seem to get in the kitchen and do it, because like I said, I'm still a little on the dizzy side. I may ask my husband when I get out of here and finish sewing this, if he wants to go get tacos, because it is Taco Tuesday at our favorite restaurant. He may not want to, but I don't want to cook. And so what I'm looking at is I don't want to cook tonight. Because my head is starting. I guess I could take another meclizine and that would probably stop the dizziness long enough to where I could cook. But I need some. I realized once I got home from picking up my other medicines today, because I didn't realize they didn't give me everything that she had prescribed. And one of them, she said, they told me was over the counter, but the girl didn't tell me that yesterday and asked if I still wanted it. And I'm like, yes, I want it. I need it. And I went through the drive-through, so I didn't look in my bag before I left. And when I got home, all they had done was ordered me more meclizine. Was giving me more meclizine. So, and one of the ones she had prescribed for me, I refused because it is a controlled substance. And I'm like, she was only giving that to me so I could work. And being that I could only have it for 3 days. So I was like, well, I'll just take what I'm taking. And she was giving it to me because the meclizine makes me drowsy. And I was just like, if it's a controlled substance, I don't need it in the first place. But here is our letter I. I will lay it up here with the rest of our letters, and we will get started on our pinwheel block. So that went really quick. Didn't take us 10 minutes to do our letter I. So on this one, I see several different things that we're going to have to make. I'm looking to see how many we have to make. We have to make 4 of these subunits per block. So I'm just going to do this first. I have all these half square triangles, and I'm having to put 2 of them together to make a block. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do all of my half square triangles, put them together, then we will press those out, and then we just connect those to some of the background. It's one piece of background, and the majority of the block is these half square triangles. So we're just going to go ahead. I've got to make sure I lay them in the correct direction though, because there is a direction they have to be correct to make that pinwheel turn out real nice. I love a pinwheel block because you get very dramatic effect with very little work. And that's what I shoot for. I shoot for being a little lazy sometimes. That one, that's the wrong direction. That's the direction of that one and this one. But I think this is going to be a fairly quick piece. And the reason I say that is because we're just putting our half square triangles together and then putting just one block next to it. And it takes 4 of these units per pinwheel. You know, we'll then sew 2 and 2 together, then put them together and sew them together. Now, I did have a question. I like answering questions during my sewing things here. So we're just sitting and sewing and answering questions. I had a viewer ask me how I get my pieces so flat. Well, I use Best Press. I did answer it, but I want to show you what I use. I buy my Best Press in gallon jugs. I pour it over into, this is the one I'm using right now. It's just a little spritzer bottle. and I spray the back of the fabric. Like back here, when I go to press, I will spray the back side of the fabric, and then I will fold it open and finger press it. I don't pull my fabric, I just finger press it open. And when I finger press it open, I then just lay my iron on it. I just sit my iron on it to make sure it gets flat. Now, I'm not going to say I never rub the iron across it, but there's a difference of pressing and ironing. Pressing, to me, is you just press your iron down on it. You don't move your iron. You just press your iron down on it. That is mainly what I do. And it works for me. That may not be how some people do. And, you know, sometimes after I've pressed, I may rub the iron across it a couple times just to make sure all of it got caught. But overall, I just lay my iron on it while I'm pressing open, you know, finger pressing the seams open with the next one. So it's just, I guess, time and temp pretty much is what it is. But that's what seems to work best for me. I've used several different sprays. I like Best Press the best. Now, I do have some, I had it over here on my, when I had a shelf over here, but I can't remember what it's called, Flatter or something like that. I have not even tried that. I have some, and I think I may take it on the next retreat I go on. I haven't even set up my calendar for retreats yet. I can only do one retreat a year, just budget-wise, time-wise, you know. But, you know, budget and time-wise, one retreat is really all I can do. I cannot fly. Wherever I go, I cannot fly. I need to take my machine with me. So I cannot fly. So that really limits how far I can go. And I have a feeling that's going to mess me up, because I really want to go to the retreat with Tammy next year. But she's like a long hour drive away from me. And like I said, a lot of it is time. I would have to take time off of work, and sometimes that's not possible, because where I work, we have certain times of the year that we have certain things we do, which normally in the fall is not so bad. Okay, I have all of my pinwheel kind of thing. They're kind of done, but we'll be right back as soon as I get these trimmed apart and pressed open. Now we have those completed, and the only thing I have to do now is add one of these little pieces of fabric to the left side of this. I think it's the left. Yes. So I'm going to have to turn it up. Well, I guess it doesn't matter either way. It don't have to be upside down, but because either way you turn it, it's going to be the same direction. But it looks like we're only going to have 3 of these pinwheels. Yes. Okay, we have one at the star of the tree, and one above Mary, and one below Mary. So I think since it doesn't matter, I'm just going to put it on the right side, because it all comes out the same. All I'll have to do is just flip it over. I don't know. Is that going to affect? I don't know. I don't think it will affect it. But if it will, it'll only affect that first one. Because it's the only one that's being done a different way. That's what I was saying, guys. This appears that it's going to be pretty quick. I mean, we're only 24 minutes in. And that's on my time. I mean, that's going to include, you know, my setup and my pressing here that I've done. But that's not bad timing. Not at all. I may be able to talk my husband into going and getting tacos. I may. I may not. He may not want to go anywhere because my stomach's going to start rumbling here before long. And I just wanted to get this done. Because like I said, you know, I had Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday pre-recorded for you guys until I got my subscription box. And my husband and I did a little shopping haul. Things that I needed. Or things that I thought I needed for my kitchen. Who doesn't need beautiful fall hand towels? Who doesn't need those? I do. I need those in my life. My daughter is not able to make it today. She normally comes on Mondays to do the floors, and she has not been able to make it this week. You know, she didn't make it last week, and it don't look like she's going to make it this week either. I'm going to tell her if I'm paying, she got to come get this done. Because we swap out. I pay her garbage bill for her if she'll come do my floors. Because I pay her garbage bill anyway, but it'll keep her from having to send me money to do, you know, to pay her garbage bill. Because the garbage people will only take a check. They do not work through. Used to, we could cash out on money. But they don't do that now. I'm going to talk to them and see if I can send it PayPal friends and family, because I don't, that's the only thing I need a checkbook for. And now when you order checks, if you're getting the free checks off of your bank account, they'll only send you like 2 books at a time. And I know that's only 12 checks a year, but I used to write a check for my water bill, but I don't anymore. Now they let you pay it online, but there's like a $2 or $3 convenience fee to do that. And you know, sometimes I don't like paying that convenience fee, and I'll write a check. That's all it is. I just don't like writing a check. Now that I don't have to, I don't like writing it. So now this is my last piece of fabric. So now all we have to do is assemble our pinwheel blocks. I'm going to trim them apart, press them, and I'll be right back. So now we have all of our square pieces done. We need to put 4 of these together to make, oh goodness, let's see how we are doing it. We're doing the sides first. So this one here, and then this one here. That looks good. It looks like it's going to nest, I hope. I need to get my pins over here so I can do this. 1 second, guys. I have everything stacked on this little table over here. I've got a project that's going. Let's see, what is that? That is my Sew a Jelly Roll project. I don't even want to put it in a box. I want to get it done. We're on another part of it that I need to get sewn. get to my other one here. It looks like we do them all exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is just put them together like this and nest the seams and sew them together. And then what we'll do for the second side is we'll just flip. We'll flip it and it should be fine. Oh, I didn't realize those two were supposed to nest. Oh well. That one looks different. Okay, I did it from the other side. Let me do that. Yeah, I better make sure those nest because that's where they come together to make the pinwheel. So we definitely, I might have missed that on the first one, but maybe we'll catch it on the rest of them. And we're sewing everything at that 1/4 inch. I hope everyone is having a great week. I'm on Tuesday right now, and it hadn't been so great for me. But it's going to look better. It's going to start looking better. I am determined I am going to work tomorrow with everything that's going on. Whatever's going on is what it is, and I'm just going to have to work with it. What I'll try to do when I wake up is, well, before I go to bed even, take my medicine to kind of knock the dizziness out. I can't take it more. I cannot take it fast sooner than 6 hours, so I have to be careful when I take it, if I want to take it where it's most effective. Oops. Gonna have to do a needle change because I hit that pin. I may not have to do it right now, but it will need to be done pretty soon, or it will start eating my fabric, my thread. Guys, I am getting hungry. I had lunch today, but I haven't eaten since then, and it wasn't a very good lunch, which I was shocked. I just grabbed something in town because I still need some pans to cook in. I can cook with my cast iron, but I need a boiler. I need a boiler. I don't have a boiler that will work on my stove. I have a really small one. It's a pampered shelf one that I got, and they called it a milk boiler. It's like to make hot chocolate and stuff with, like if you want to boil milk for something. But it's so small I can't use it for, like a side or something, like if I want to make string beans or anything. But like I told my husband, I said, well, if I have to, I could throw that in a steamer bag and put it in the microwave. I could do that. But I don't want to do that all the time. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is bit and piecing me some cookware, because I have that little boiler is a gray enameled cast iron, and I have a Pampered Chef gray enameled Dutch oven as well. So I kind of want to stay like that. So I would hate to buy a set that has a Dutch oven because I don't need it. I already have two. I have one that is not enamel coated and one that is. So what I'm going to do now is press these open, and then we're going to assemble the two of them together to make a full pinwheel. But I've got to press these first. Okay, so these are all done. So what I will do, I will take one upright and then flip the other one and lay over. So that means we're going to have several seams that have to nest. So we are going to pin those. I always pin seams that nest just to make sure they don't move, and, you know, just a little extra insurance there. And I don't know why, but I am a little, I'm not a stickler, but I really like to see my points come out. Do they always? Oh, no, they do not. They do not always come out, but I like to do the best that I can to make sure they do come out. Fabric not wanting to go under there. We are to our first nested seam there. Get that pin out. Now we're on our second nested seam. Got that third under the needle, making sure I'm holding the fabric together so we come out. And we only have 3 of them, so we're on our next to last one. I flipped it. And when you sew them all the same direction and you flip one, it's automatically going to nest. So that's a win-win on pinwheels, because you do them all the same direction when you're sewing and you're pressing. So when you go to flip and make your pinwheel, everything nests. Super easy. We like nested seams. We really like them. Okay, we are now on our last nested seam. We are getting so close to assembling our quilt. Right now, I know it doesn't feel like it because we are at clue 7 and we are still making blocks, but the next one shows the tree. So what I'm guessing is that's telling us to cut. This one here did. This was the very first one that I did differently, and it does come out a little different on that seam right there. Not the middle seam, but the one of the pinwheel seams comes out just a little bit different. But I'm guessing what clue 8 is having us do is cut the squares that make up the Christmas tree. I can hear that needle popping in there. Oh, I don't like it when it does that. Once I figured out what that popping was, now it really bothers me to hear it. That means my needle hit that pin and something's going on with the needle. But good thing we're on our last block and I can change this needle out, no problem. Let me press these so I can show you what they look like. Okay, friends, here are our pinwheel blocks. Let me show you each one of them. I think they turned out pretty good. Are they perfect? Absolutely not, but nobody's going to know any better. So, friends, thank you so much for joining me, sewing along with this. If you're sewing along, I hope you're sewing something. We did our eye and our 3 pinwheel blocks. So this is going to be a short video, but I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed your sewing time. Feel free, give me a thumbs up if you have not yet subscribed. Please do. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, guys.